Yippee! That's how we started recording for YouTube. Now, as I was saying, we're getting I every once in a while on Blue Sky, I get like this little wave of people following me. Yippee! I'm almost up to 400 in like a month on Blue Sky. But I will tell you this much. I will tell you, I'm just gonna keep the yippies going. I will tell you this much. Oh my gosh, the entire chat right now, from what I'm seeing, is literally just monkey redeemed yippee. That's all I see. There is no text. There is no nothing. It is just a monkey redeemed yippee. That's the best chat ever. Oh, okay. Now we get it. Oh my goodness. Yes. It would be so funny if the entire stream is just yippee the entire stream. People are gonna come in and be like, what's happening? It's like, don't worry about it. Don't worry, this is pretty common. It's pretty common. They just want to throw the little yippee creatures at me. Don't worry about it. It's okay. It makes my mind go brr. But as I was saying, so I'm almost up to 400 follows on Blue Sky, and I will tell you this much. I actually get the same engagement that I did on X. I'm not even joking. Blue Sky is not as better. It's better in the sense of like, I think like the community is better. I don't think that there's as much negativity on there. There's a lot more positivity, which I think is really great. But in terms of engagement, I think people are just blindly following again, and it's kind of not really nice. I'm gonna be honest. I would rather have less follows and a lot of engagement than a bunch of people following me and no engagement at all. I'm gonna be honest out here. Basically what I'm saying is I'd rather have like one person following that engages with almost everything, because honestly at the end of the day, when it comes to media and social media, engagement is way more powerful than a follow. A follow is great, but engagement is way better. That's why all of the Giga Chads are here in chat, sitting in here watching me stream. No, but even people that don't follow me engage with my stuff, which is also cool. But that's like one caveat that I kind of have is the starter packs. People follow really blindly. And then I think that you end up with the issue of you're following so many people to the point you barely see anybody, or you only see the people that you actually want to see, which cool. But then why do you follow so many people? I noticed some people have actually been going through and kind of like unfollowing people that they don't want to see, because I lost some followers. I'm like, you know what? Good on you. Do that. I might actually go through and do that. And I don't even follow that many people. You can see how many people I follow. I try and follow the people that I really want to engage in and see a lot. So I will say, if you're moving over to Blue Sky, you can follow the starter packs, but don't click on follow all. Just use the starter pack as a starting off point to follow people, but don't follow everybody. That's my recommendation, because then you're gonna get people that are like, wow, I have this many followers, and then I go and look at actually their engagement. I've seen people with thousands of followers only get 1 like on some of their stuff. So it's like, those follows are real. It's just that they're not seeing your stuff, and it's kind of a little bit, because it's too bloated with a lot of starter packs. But I do like them, because I might start one of my own. But I might start a VTuber, gods, celestials, and all of that sort of stuff. Because I have yet to see a starter pack that literally is just full of god VTubers. I have yet to find one. I think I've seen like color ones, I've seen like foxes, but I haven't seen a god. And I'm like, we have like eldritch deities, we have like freaking me being a storm deity, like, so like material gods, and I'm like, where's the god pack? We need the god pack. I will call it the god pack. just for the Pokemon nerds, so they think it's Pokemon VTubers, but it's like nah. We're the god. But I do want to do that. I don't know like how many people I'll put in there, but I'll put in the few that I do know that I can put in, so that people can find other VTubers. And it would be nice to reach out to like other god VTubers as well, because I gotta be honest, a lot of people say like, oh, there's a ton of god VTubers. I'm like, no, there's a bunch of demon god VTubers or like eldritch horror VTubers. Those don't count. Those don't count. Anyways, let's kind of switch on over to art, and we can talk about more shit. I don't know. Just talk about stuff. We can do stuff. Oh, by the way, my birthday's coming up. Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on a minute. Twitch, he's clothed. Oh my god. I switched over, and because of my chat box, it looks like he's wearing no clothes. He's wearing clothes. He's wearing clothes. Watch me get banned off of Twitch for this. I literally had to go in here and put clothes on him. Just to make sure. Just to make sure. Oh, well. You know what? People have been banned for less, so. I'm just gonna keep. The problem is that I'm gonna be working on this one, so I might have to turn this off, but I don't know how I'm gonna do that because I have to separate stuff. It's okay. But today we are sketching some more side characters for the comic. If you guys haven't checked out the comic, you can do !comic, and then you can see all of the website link to the comic. I have only finished one chapter out of the multiple chapters that I wanted to get done over the hiatus of the break, but it's okay. Even if I get 2 chapters or 3 chapters ahead, that's better than like none at all, so I don't care. Also, I might take another hiatus break at the end of next year, probably in November and December, so probably not like as long as I did it last time. So yeah. So we're gonna be developing more side characters. This one in particular, this particular side character that we are gonna be drawing first, is inspired by a friend. And funny enough, we were born like very, very like within a few days of each other. I will not tell you her birthday. We were born within a few days of each other. And we're doppelgangers. IRL, we are doppelgangers. She is my doppelganger and I am her doppelganger. So we're gonna make her look as close to me as possible. So what I did is I gave her the same body type. This is my 3D model that I use in order to do a lot of my art stuff. Yeah, this is the same one. She's getting the exact same body type. And that's on purpose. Because we are IRL doppelgangers. I know that she did give me some notes, but I don't have the notes with me anymore, so we're just gonna go by ear. She did say she wanted a lot of green, so I'm gonna go with greens and like sea blues for her design, but we're just gonna sketch her right now. So yeah, so this is the pirate captain herself, who will be showing up in Arc 2, the sea, of the comic. We only have a few chapters left before the Sky Arc is over. So I call it the Sky Arc. I don't know why, but the Sky Arc is the first arc of the comic. That will be done maybe in about, I would say chapter 8 or 10. It'll be completed. And then chapter 11 will start the the water arc, which is the second arc. There's technically going to be 7 arcs in the comic, but it just depends on how fast I want to kind of go between them. So I'm going to try and like lay it out very like, I don't know, just try and lay it out really nicely. But that does mean technically in total, there's going to be about 70 chapters and possibly actually about 80, because there's 10 chapters that are going to be reserved for like the ending of the comic, which is good because I didn't want to do more than 100. I've seen like stuff that goes into like 100 chapters and it's like going on and on and on with no stopping, and I'm like, no, it's stopping at about like 80, like 100 max. And I think like as a artist, or at least when it comes to comics, you have to like have an end goal that you're kind of thinking about, or else you're just gonna keep going and going, and I don't think that that's a good idea, like ever a good idea to do. Because then if you try and like, because what ends up happening, what I've noticed for the most part, is if you don't have like an end goal, people just end up like stretching it out so much because they're like, oh, I wanted this to be longer, but we're actually getting to the end a lot faster than I wanted to, so we're just going to keep stretching it out, and then they actually have like no idea how to stretch it out in between that. That's why I like don't care if some arcs are going to be like really short and only have like 3 chapters to an arc, or 4 or 5 chapters, or even 8 chapters to an arc. I don't really care. Technically, the Sky arc starts at chapter 5. So it's chapter 5 to about maybe chapter 10. So that's like 5 chapters for one arc. And when I mean like arcs, they're like small little story arcs, okay? They just are encapsulating like a certain part of it, and each one has to do with a certain element or like person that we're going to be talking about. So yeah, because again, it's like an action adventure, so the adventure part is going and finding all the people, right, and then bringing them together, and then chapter 10 is going to be like, you know, finally they're all together, okay, now we got to do the war stuff. But that stuff is also going to be happening in between as well. So there's a lot of stuff that needs to get done. I will say this much in terms of actual comic. Next week, I gotta start working on chapter 5. And then, chapter 5. And then I gotta start working on, you know what, I'll do your face first. Let's do your face. Why not? But then I gotta start working on sketching out. I started sketching out chapter 6 because like I basically have like a sketchbook that I use to sketch out all the really quick like stick figure thumbnails just to get an idea, because that's also how I'm writing the script, just to get an idea of everything. And then I take that and I put it digitally as well, also again stick figures. And then I gotta do chapter 7 as well with that. I'm trying to plan like 2 chapters ahead, then have 2 chapter setups, and then it's like, okay, now that this is all sketched out, like both are sketched out fully, then it's like color render, and then they're done. That's what I'm planning. That's how like I've set it up, and honestly, that makes it super easy to just do like chapters really a lot faster, because I can get them like done at the end of certain places in like 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks, which is actually a lot faster than what it used to be. It used to take me 1 entire month to just make 1 chapter, and now it's like prep 2 chapters, then you can do 1 chapter 1 month, and 1 chapter in the first half of the month, and another chapter in the second half of the month, and then there you go. In 2 months you actually have 2 chapters done. I'm just taking a break and having to work on other stuff, so it gives me time to actually work on other things, which is good. Pace yourself before you break yourself, because the only person that's allowed to break me is I will not finish that sentence. I was actually thinking about, instead of working on character sketches today, I was gonna work on my male 2.0. I'm not gonna call it Daddy Art anymore. It's gonna get its own name. Because I feel like I just shouldn't have it like that anymore, because honestly I'm kind of like feeling a little too, like, I don't know, like I feel like it's a little too much. I don't think I really like it anymore. What do we got? See, again, I think the other thing is like I've just been getting nonstop follows. That's, if you see me like look over like this, it's probably either I'm getting a message from my mom or from Mama Art, or I'm getting another follow. Again, don't mind the follows. I actually don't. It's just more of, I feel like on Blue Sky I'm still just not, it's like I have all these followers and then I have like basically the same to little to no engagement that's happening, which is kind of like not fun. Anyway, you know what? I'm gonna give you earrings. My friend does wear earrings. Actually, I have a funny story to tell you guys. So this is based off of my real life friend. Yes, I did ask them permission. They do know that this character is being made and they're kind of inspired by them. So before anybody comes after me, they do know. And of course I gotta make them a little bit sassy looking. They are very sassy. They say that I'm not sassy. I'm like, have you seen me on stream? I have sass. I just don't have sass to you because I'm nice. I'm a nice friend. There you go. But so when I do have my ears pierced. My friend, this beautiful person here, thought I was lying. She thought I was lying when I told her that I had gotten my ears pierced. And she was like, she told me, I actually thought you were joking that you had gotten your ears pierced. I thought you were kidding. And I was like, I'm not. I wasn't joking. And she was like, oh, so you actually did. I didn't believe you until you actually until we actually met up and I saw it, and I was like, yeah, I wasn't lying. I got my ears pierced. And she was like, damn. I thought you were just joking. I was like, no, I wasn't. So for a while, my friend did not believe that I had actually gotten my ears pierced. I will say this much, there's a lot of shops that nowadays are that like sell a way to make it so you can have, yeah, let me like curl this so much more. I'm trying to make my friend has very curly hair, so I want to kind of encapsulate that a little bit into her design, but still kind of keep her hair like relatively in a similar shape to my own. The reason being, again, doppelganger situation. Forgot if she said that she wanted longer or shorter hair. You know what? I'm gonna give her medium. She kind of has medium hair now. Oh my goodness. No, I don't want it that poofy. Oh. I'm trying to like remember. Oh my gosh, she's beautiful. Sometimes I forget, like, there we go. You know, when I asked her, like, what kind of character she wanted to be, she actually filled in a character that I hadn't had an idea for, really. And I was like, do you want to be this character? She was like, yeah. She's like, wait, do I get to be a pirate? Like, I was like, oh yeah, they're like a pirate. And then she was like, stop, say no more. So yeah, that's what hooked her. She was like, yep, that's what I'm gonna be. Go ahead, put me in there. Again, I did ask her for permission. I have asked her if she wanted to be on stream before. She did say yeah. But we haven't really planned anything. I'm just gonna leave that like that. I am gonna definitely make her a little bit more well-built than I just like that when you kind of see her, she kind of looks like art, but then you look at it and it's like, well, her hair is too long. And then I don't have my signature stuff. That's on purpose. But I just kind of want to like sketch her body and kind of get an outfit going for her. Because I've been actually meaning to do this person since last year around the same time. Because my friend and I met up, so. And I asked her. So yeah, this character has been in the back of my mind for a while. And I feel like it's time to finally kind of get them finally going. Yeah, but I was actually thinking about drawing my my daddy art model, but I decided, well, my male model. I'm now just calling it the male model. I don't know why. I'm kind of starting to pull away from the daddy bottom stuff. It's not that I don't like it, but I think it's just like not what I kind of want to go with anymore. I do still have like an NSFW like adult art tag, but that's in case like I put stuff in there. People can use it to also post up art and stuff, but I think I might have to put like different rules and things. I don't know. Like, it's like I feel comfortable drawing it, but when other people do it, I don't know. There's like a weird uncomfortability I have with it. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know. I think it's just like, you know, as I grow more, maybe I'll become insensitive to it. And I won't really care much. I think it's just like, for now, it's like I'm starting to get comfortable with doing it, and eventually I'll get comfortable with understanding that this is just how some people are. It's literally just there because I know that people are gonna do it. But I think I think like in stream and stuff, like we are 18 plus, but we're just 18 plus in the sense of I just wanted most of the followers and people here to just be 18 plus, because sometimes we talk about you know, we make a lot of 18 plus jokes, and I will say like we might I wouldn't say discuss 18 plus topics, but we do make a lot of 18 plus jokes on here, and I'm sorry, I don't want to police your children. The best way I can police your kids is by saying, hey, this is 18 plus, this is an 18 plus stream. Children not allowed. There we go. And then I'm gonna just kind of put this here just so that I know where to. Alright. Just so I kind of know where it is. Alright. And turn this down a little bit and turn the sketch, like base sketch down, because we gotta work on clothes. I don't want to do clothes. I don't want to put, not, I do want to put clothes on this, but it's just like, you know, we gotta think of something for like a big fancy pirate lady. What do we put on a big fancy pirate lady, man? Well, funny enough, a lot of pirates, even when they were women, they still wore like men's clothes, so we might go along that route. I feel like there's one particular friend that might be like, oh my gosh, you have another, they it's like, wait, you know other pirates? It's like, yes I do. Shocker, I know other pirates, Glacy. I don't even think Glacy's here. Glacy's been too far into the I literally was like, I don't know, I was just like doing stuff, I think, and I just saw like this morning that they were just, I guess, knee deep in in weathering waves. I'm like, yep. Well, it's either weathering waves or they're gonna go back to Azura Lane, so which one is worse? Well, no, which one's better? I think both of them are equally worse. You know what I might do? I was thinking of doing for like a collab thing, is asking a bunch of people that play gacha games to explain gacha games to me. Like explain like the lore and the story behind it to try and get me back into it. Because I'm gonna be honest, I'm so confused. I'm so confused. Just so many things. Like, I see like Genshin stuff and I just go, huh? I'm like that, you know, the big chubby cat meme, just like, oh. when it comes to trying to figure out what's happening over in like in everywhere because I'm just like, what I don't know what's happening. All I know is that things are happening and I don't know what that thing is, and I'm just so confused. I mean, the shape is correct, but that's not how... I'm like listening to something and then suddenly I just got a freaking ad first. And I was like, what? So I was like, just suddenly got like just a bunch of ads and I'm like, what the heck? There you go. Up, up, up. Oh my gosh. I bathed my dog yesterday and now she is just a little fluff ball. She's just like, my mom and I just now call her Fluff Nuggets. She's just a little fluff ball. She's like a, you know how in Japan they have like the ear cleaners? Yeah, she's just that. She's just like an ear cleaner. She's like the end of those ear cleaners that are all like little puffs. She's like a pom-pom. Okay? She's like so cute. Fluff Nuggets is just too cute. I know. She is literally Fluff Nuggets. Her name is not Fluff Nuggets, but now we just call her that. That's just what that's her name now. I need to get like a better picture of her so I can post it on Blue Sky, and I don't know if I'll post it on Twitter. I don't know. Honestly, I've just kind of like abandoned my Twitter account. I didn't deactivate it or private it or anything. I just like left it. Honestly, I don't think it's, you know, and I know there's a lot of stuff, but I still use Twitter just to follow a lot of the corporate VTubers that that aren't on Blue Sky because I want to see what they're doing, you know. That's all I do now. That and BL. I mean, that's all I need for Look, I am but a simple woman. I'm but a simple person. But yeah, I'll definitely try and take a better picture of Fluff Nuggets and put her on Blue Sky for you guys to look at. Do you want to do? Let's do that. One thing of the comic that has helped so much is I've gotten better at drawing shoes. Not perfect, but after drawing so many shoes, after a while you just get better. Same with facial expressions. I've gotten so much better at character acting. Bum, 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 bum. Bam. That's when I got it. Oh, I could take a picture of her right now and post it. Okay, my friend said, she was like, I was like, what weapon do you want? And she literally turned to me and she said, a gun. I'm like, what? And you know what? I was like, well, technically guns don't exist in this world because you have like magic and stuff. But I was like, I could give you like a gun as a way that you can make like a concentrated like thing and then it could kind of shoot out like a bullet. I don't know. That's what I was thinking. And you know what? I'm gonna give her a gun. The one issue is I cannot draw them for the life of me, but I use 3D models all the time and I can probably find a pretty good like 3D model for her. It's definitely gonna be a pirate gun, but the funny thing is I'm gonna attach it like it's like a futuristic gun onto her legs here because I think that would be cool. And also just come on, I mean boss pirate captain lady with a freaking gun holster on her thigh. Yeah, yep. Look, we're trying to find her somebody. No joking. No, but might as well just make her look more badass and cool. Now I gotta figure out how I want to do her hat. She did say she wanted like giant Urbosa. Does anyone remember Urbosa from Pirates of the Caribbean? Yeah, she wanted that. She wants that kind of hat. But I don't even know how to do that kind of hat. I'm just gonna like kind of lay it out here. I believe it's like that. I don't remember. I should have pulled out references. I don't remember. It would be so funny if I kind of get it right. Just. Is the puff like this way or is it backwards? I forget which way it's supposed to be. If it's supposed to be forward or backwards. You know what? Fuck. Let me look up Urbosa. Let me look up freaking Urbosa from Pirates of the Caribbean. Actually, funny enough, I was like, what's your inspiration? Pirates of the Caribbean. I was like, yep, mm-hmm. Pirates of the Caribbean, give me Urbosa, because I want Urbosa's hat. Give me his hat. Oh, it's Barbosa. What the frick? I'm so idiotic. It's Barbosa. Oop. I was trying to look for his hat. Okay, this... Okay, so he has kind of like 2 hats, which is interesting. But it's actually circular. It doesn't tip up like I thought it did. Can I get... I like how none of these show me around the top of his hat. It just shows the hat pushed up, and it doesn't show me the top of Urbosa's hat, which is interesting. Yeah, it just looks like a normal hat with a giant feather on. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it looks like just a normal hat that's kind of been weathered and has this big giant feather on it. It's so sad that I cannot see based on actual references. Yeah. I still kind of like that the hat is like the way that it is. I like the shape of it. I like that it kind of comes down like this instead. Because what I was kind of gonna reference is like the captain hats that I see that are like, you know, like that. And you know what? I'm just gonna put the feather here. There's a big giant feather. Maybe a few feathers. Why not? Let's put a few. Just supposed to have a big hat, okay? And then let's do a jacket, because she wanted her jacket. She wanted a big pirate jacket. I think that's pirate captain-y enough, isn't it? Why is she slowly starting to look like frickin' Maureen from Hell Alive? Look, Maureen has a very... Just imagine this, but in, like, all sea greens and blues, okay? I have a distinct style, okay? We're going for a distinct... This is how it is. I will say I'm gonna try and keep her stuff like relatively... I don't know if people have noticed with a lot of the side characters and stuff, but I am trying to keep their designs very simplistic. And that's pretty much for a reason. Keeping them more simple is going to be easier for me to, of course, draw. So that's why I'm keeping a lot of the sketches and a lot of the stuff very like simplistic. I say, as you can see with some of the other sketches that we did last time, that some of them were a little complicated. I would say that definitely Art's brother is much more complicated with his stuff, but he is gonna be, if it's a side character we're gonna see a lot of very repetitively, I do make sure that their designs are still relatively interesting enough, but if it's a side character that we're not gonna see much of, I'm gonna try and dumb them, like have their outfit kind of very simplistic, because they're not really a main character, or they're not really a character we're gonna see very much or reoccurringly. So that's what we're kind of doing. So there is a method to my madness about how things are. Honestly, I think if I show this to her later today, because I am gonna send this to her and be like, hey, I sketched your character out today. What do you think? She will see this. This is inspired by a friend of mine, and they are appearing in the comic as a cool, awesome pirate captain lady. So yeah. A pirate captain lady with a lot of vengeance and a lot of sass, and I will not tell you why she has the vengeance in her, but I'll tell you about this. But she's like, you better make me sassy. I'm like, don't worry. you're gonna be sassy. So yeah. There is gonna be a little bit of some character explanation to why these two know each other. So don't worry. We'll get into a little bit of Art's past, a little bit more of Art's past beyond that of the comic story. Oh, excuse me a minute. Mama Art is calling. So let me just mute my mic. You guys will not believe the conversation I just had with my mother. You guys are not gonna believe this. She literally calls and says, "Hey, do you want a Krabby Patty from Wendy's?" And I was like, sure. So, guess who's gonna get to try the Wendy's Krabby Patty, possibly? I don't know if it's at the Wendy's that's around us, but I guess that's happening. I will take a picture of it and I will tell you guys how good it is. I can't make this up. That was actually true. That actually just happened. What in the world? Well, that's another clip for later. That is hilarious. I can't believe that just happened. And I honestly wish I could make that up. I wish 100% that I could have made that up, and no, I didn't. I literally have explained to my mother on multiple occasions, based on how we talk a lot of the time and how we interact. I'm like, Mom, we should believe, like, our lives and sometimes how we talk and how we converse with each other, like belongs on a sitcom. Like, that is how we are. Oh no, I just realized I had to. Oh no, I had to do something today. You know what? I'll do it after stream. I'll do it after stream. Anyways, let me like save this. I have no idea how I'm gonna send this to my friend because most of the time we message over text. You know what? I'm gonna take a picture of this and just tell her I'm streaming right now and I made your character. What do you think? Hello, welcome in. Hold on. Sent. Oh my gosh. Me and S names. Goodbye. R.I.P. Anybody that has an S name, because can I just call you Jan? Can I just call you Jan? Sorry, I'm used to it. Oh, okay. I have a terrible list. How's life? How's your wife? Wife good. Wife fine. Didn't be up wife. Wife is good. Life, that's debatable. As long as wife is good, life is good, right? That's how it goes. Jesus, that's a cool. Look, sometimes it just loads. That's me and trying to watch YouTube live streams. YouTube live streams? Oh my god, I'm so upset. I was trying. No! Screw you, ads! I'm trying to tell something funny. Snooze. Go away for 5 minutes. There's no ads. Yeah, no, I snoozed them. They're snoozed. And it's been snoozed for 5 minutes. But there is no ads in Bossing Say, okay? There are no ads in Bossing Say. No. But, oh my gosh, talking about like loading stuff, YouTube live streams are so bad. I was trying to watch My Oshi do their 3D debut live, and YouTube kept kicking me out of the live stream. I couldn't watch it. I was so sad. I was literally, because I had finished up streaming. Let me guess, Mint? No. Lucius Lunaris of First Stage Production. They're a very small VTuber company, but I love Lucius Lunaris. He's just funny. Almost all the guys in First Stage Production are pretty funny guys. I've never heard of them. I would definitely recommend going and checking them out. They're pretty fun guys. They are from the first English wave. They just debuted Gen 2. So there's 2 gens you guys can watch now. I don't watch guys. Oh, you're missing out, man. You're missing out. Well, you know what? More for me then. Stay here, actually. No, stay here. You don't need them. you have me, a woman. No joking. Not even intentionally, I just don't. I see. I've noticed like, yeah, I've noticed like for the most part, I just watch my friends or I just watch whoever I feel comfortable with. See, I'm gonna get oh my gosh, yeah. True. I have too much to watch. That's true. Yeah, same. I do have too much to watch. So that's why I just pick like a few people sometimes here and there. Most of the time I'm just working on a lot of stuff. Currently I'm working on my DLC. We've now just decided to call it, instead of a 2.0, it's just my DLC, okay? It's the DLC. That's what we're doing. Oh no, men. No, joking. No. You have downloadable content? So yeah, I guess it's kind of complicated when I talk about it. So I'm working on my 2.0 model. So I'm kind of rebranding slash, it's kind of a rebrand, but we've kind of called it an expansion. And then somebody else had a gigabrain idea of just calling it my DLC. And ever since then, I've just started calling it my DLC in the back of my mind. I still write it as 2.0, but in reality, I just call it my DLC. Because it's basically a little bit of lore expansion and also going in a different direction with my VTuber theming and everything like that. So we're kind of like moving in a different direction from what I currently am. Still gonna be like a god VTuber. It's just we're going with a different theme that I really enjoy. And I just finished my 2.0 model. I'm so happy. Sometimes I load it up just to play around. Just to goof off for a bit. But also just to check if there's anything. I'm not smart enough for a lore. I watch people because they are what they are, not because the lore they have. No, that's exactly what it is. My 2.0 is basically, I don't have to explain any of my lore for you to understand what I am. Nowadays, it feels like I need to explain it in order to explain what I am. And so we're changing it. Okay, my lore became so complicated, I'm making an entire comic. That's what these characters are from. But at the end of the day, like, my lore is my lore, and my VTuber model and everything like that, my content is my content, you know? So they are separated from each other. It's just like, I developed, you know, at first it was like easy, you know? At first I was like an elf. I'm not an elf. Technically, I'm an alien. Which again, now you see how it makes it complicated. So instead, with my 2.0, I am what you see I am. And that's it. That's all that needs to be explained. Oh, no. I don't know why I was doing that. It sounded weird how people have lore behind what they are, but that's just how I approach content. I think like it started a lot with corporate VTubers starting to do it. So a lot of indies started to do it. I just find it fun. Some people find it fun, and there are people out there that find it lore stuff enjoyable. But if you don't, my 2.0 definitely is going to be like for the people that enjoy lore and also don't enjoy lore, you know? So you can just watch me for my content and you don't have to know a lickety split of any of the lore stuff. You can read my comic and not watch any of my VTuber stuff. You can, like, that's basically at this point, my comic is just a story that I'm writing. It's not even like a lore comic anymore. It's like so much more than that. So if you want to read a fantasy action adventure comic, go ahead and read it. You don't even have to read it and understand my content at all. At this point, that's just basically how I do it. It spawned from my lore, but it has nothing to do with it anymore. Especially with 2.0. 2.0, I am what I am. I think it's just like, sometimes viewers just want, like, you know, because at the end of the day, I think like VTubers, the VTuber character that I put on, like the skin, the VTuber skin I put on, it's like that was it is a character, and that character had a backstory at one point. So it's like some people are sometimes interested in that, so I just kind of make it for them. But if you don't want to engage with it, you don't have to. I just make it for the people that do want it. What was I deciding on changing stuff? Oh, I remember now. Okay. But you can just sit and relax as I sketch all these characters. And you don't even have to know these characters. You can just watch me draw. That's all this is anyways. I know there's some people that watch my content that probably haven't done anything. VTubers are just sauce of entertainment. I don't need to know lore. Yeah, you know what? I agree with you. There was like a big conversation, and there was like some people that are literally that watch VTubers that are like, you need to have lore in order to be a VTuber. You don't need to have lore to be a VTuber. Your lore can be nothing. You can just be like, I just am a person that likes pink and everything's pink, and that's it. Doki Bird has literally no lore. I would say like her lore is just stuff that, you know, at the end of the day, just like things that she's done on stream has just become her backstory to her character. But she doesn't have any lore at all. She's just a funny person on the internet, you know? That's it. Mint Maid technically also has no lore. Like hers is dumbed down too. She's just a ghost maid. That's it. And that's why you don't need lore. And at the end of the day, I agree with you. You're like, when I was watching when I watched Lucius Lunaris, like I don't know what his lore is, and I don't care, because he's just a he's just fun. And actually a lot of people, like, I do find it interesting when people do have lore, because I'm a writer. I went to university for writing, so so I do like looking at people's lore for inspiration. But at the end of the day, as content creators, it's like, hey, you just have to have fun content, and I'll watch you. You don't have to have like any cool lore. I'll just watch you because you're fun. No. And here is a bit entertaining otherwise. Yeah. I think like that is true. And I think that a lot of people also don't understand like entertaining as well. You don't have to be I will say if you used to watch me It's a different story when you stream just to show something off, but then again, that has yeah, I think like there is some value in like, you know, I'm gonna be showing off my 2.0 when I go into different stuff, or you know, when I debut a like new model or new stuff, like, yeah, you know, that's to show it off, but you know, outside of that, I try to be entertaining. I will say, I have slowly kind of realized that I don't think being extremely hyper energetic, because if you go onto my YouTube and you watch some of my older streams, which I mean like literally like a week ago, like two weeks ago, you'll see how like extremely energetic and like over the top I was. And now I'm just like, you know what? I don't need to be that energetic and over the top all the time. Because I think like I was trying to put on like too much energy and a persona of trying to be something else, and I was just like, you know what? No, I just want to be. Why can't I just be the way I wanted to be originally and just chill and comfy, you know, sometimes? And because I switched my mic stuff around, it doesn't feel like I need to scream into my mic in order to be heard, because unfortunately that's how kind of the setup I had. So now because I fixed it all, I can just speak at a normal speaking level and just be how I want to be, right? And I like that. Sometimes I do get overexcited, so don't worry, I still get overexcited sometimes. Especially when I talk about stuff I'm interested in. Yeah, there's backfire because it can be... Yeah, I do think so. And also I will say, like, I kind of felt like I was losing a lot of steam, like, by the end of stream, and now it's like I don't have like that same issue. Oh, Mama Art is home. I can see that she parked her. The car has been parked. We will see if I get the Krabby Patty, because my mother literally called me and said, "Hey, you want me to get a Krabby Patty?" I couldn't even make that stuff up. She literally called me during stream, so I muted my mic and I was like, "Hello?" And she was like, "Hey, want a Krabby Patty?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." I keep telling my mom, both of us, we live in a sitcom. The way with how we act to each other is so much like a family sitcom drama, and I'm like, what is happening? I will report back to you guys on how the Krabby Patty tasted. Because I'm gonna be honest here, I'm kind of I don't know. It depends if she got it though. Yeah, but that was fluff nuggets. In my opinion, streaming is like dating, because if you try fake the way you are, it will back. Yeah, I think that's true. Yeah, I think like I think I just decided like I don't care. Oh no, I can't stop any more of the ads from being snoozed, so I will warn you if you are new here, we do 3-minute ads, and it's just to ensure that you guys don't have ads for an hour, but we do a thing that you can, if you want to, if you got a really funny ad, you can tell me about the ad when you come back from the ads. It just makes it a little bit more funner, and, you know, you can tell me about your strange ad experience. Y'all have Krabby Patty in America, do be crazy. Look, there's a lot of things that are crazy, but yeah. I will say that Krabby Patty, we will see. But the ad is gonna start in a minute, so I'm gonna go actually talk to my mom really quickly, so I'll also use this as a getting up, walk around a bit, so I can be able to actually sit here longer, because I do have back problems too. Nice. So let me just save this really quickly, and I'm gonna be right back while you guys enjoy the ads. And you guys can you know, if you want to, you can tell me what the ads were. If not, just get up and make this a little break for you guys, because I know that sitting here can also be a lot on you as well. Please take care of yourself, and I will see this Krabby Patty quote if she got it. I'll be right back. Hello. I got the Krabby Patty. Well, my mom, I guess, thought it was a fish patty, and it's not. It's just a regular burger patty. So Art tries the Krabby Patty for the first time live on stream. That's what the name of this is gonna be. Art sketches art, and then tries this. It's just a burger. It's just a burger. It's just a burger. There's nothing special. There's nothing special about this Krabby Patty. It would be funnier if the patty was made out of actual crab meat or, like, you know, imitation crab meat. I think that would have been more interesting than just making a burger. It's just a burger. Yeah, nothing special. Nothing special. But hey, it's food nonetheless. Also, hello, welcome in, Mellow. Oh, and hello, Matt. It's been a while. It's all vegan. No, I don't think this is a vegan patty. Oh, well, yeah, I guess if they use... No, imitation crab is made from other meat. And Nick, make the menu of the Krusty Krab. I need to watch that. I've been watching a lot of food videos. My favorite food channel right now is Tasting History, where he goes over not only the history of where the food came from and the origins and all of that stuff, but then he also makes it with the, like, as close to one of the original recipes as possible, which is really cool. If you're a history buff nerd, I highly recommend Tasting History. I do want to buy his cookbook just to literally try some of the stuff, if I can. I'm gonna be honest here, this Krabby Patty is nothing. Ooh, you know what would be cool? If they did like a Asian fusion kind of like thing. But I think the reason why they just chose like a normal Krabby Patty is just for shits and giggles. You cried over scrambled eggs? Sometimes I cry over eggs, especially when I wanted like a runny egg and then it gets scrambled. I made the tastiest scrambled eggs ever. Oh my gosh. I've made tastiest scrambled eggs I've ever made once. And I ate that stuff up so quickly. I want to try and make steamed egg. So it's just like sometimes you make something that tastes so incredibly good that your reaction is just to cry. Oh my gosh, soft scrambled eggs on toast. How are y'all making me more hungry while I'm eating food? This is now my dinner break, by the way. So you're all gonna... I'm glad that I've made my mic the way that it is so you can't actually hear me eating. It's kind of like the idea of like you eat just food that is so incredibly good that you just can't, you just have like such an emotional reaction, you know? I wouldn't say I like physically cried, but I was just like, it's just like it hit so well that I just felt like I was being ascended to heaven, you know? Like food can sometimes be a holy experience. Or a spiritual experience, an enlightening experience, you know? And sometimes it's okay to cry over some eggs. Now that I've eaten, now I'm all a little bit burpy. You know what? I'm gonna actually stretch a bit. I did get up, but I want to kind of stretch a bit. A lot of my shoulder blades get really tense pretty easily, so sometimes I have to like stretch it out all the time. Your shoulder blades like are behind your back that kind of like just hold a lot of tension. Unshrimp, yeah. gotta unshrimp. Oh, for those that are also new here, I do have a shrimp model, so at one point I would love to have like a technology that literally can tell when I'm like shrimping or not, and then it will just automatically turn into the shrimp, and then when I unshrimp it'll just turn to my normal model. I think that would be really funny, but also I feel like that'd be really distracting because it just change all the time when I'm doing art. That would be so funny. Or we should have the stretch redeem just called unshrimp. I don't think I can change it because that's like a base default Twitch one. There are a few things that with my 2.0 I kind of want to add some new alerts and different things, or even just update and change a few things because I think that it would be funny. But anyways, let us finish up kind of I would say like this is kind of like updating the design on this. Oh, for anyone new, these are all characters from my comic. I know that it says it in the title, but the characters we're currently going over is, this is a friend who is being added into the comic. This is a person IRL that I know, that I asked, and they are being put into the comic for the second act. And this is our main character art. So our main character art in the comic, character art, if we call that. Character art has a brother, and this is their husband that I'm currently working on. That's just information for people that read the comic. But if you don't read it, it's just a sexy man with horns. That's all you need to know. Horns and a tail. What more could you want, right? But he's taken. I'm just like trying to think of the new shape that I want. one issue about drawing a lot of characters for a comic, or even just a lot of characters in general, is you want to make sure that they're relatively different, but also relatively coherent, you know? So they all have to kind of look like they're from the same world, but they also have to be distinctly different from each other. That's one issue with the amount of characters that I have, because I need to make a list at this point of the characters, but I think we're like nearing the end here. Guess what? Let me guess, Mellow. Chicken butt or garlic bread? I don't know why garlic bread was my second option. I forgot that these nuts was the third option. I want to make it longer or no? Oh, I'm like thinking about some stuff, so because I'm trying to wonder if I want to do a fusion. Punish with what? Punish with what, Mellow? I don't have a punishment wheel. But I do have that. I do have that. Oh, why is that over there?
Dad, fill the jar.
No, 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 do not fill the jar. No. Jose, I will put you back in the basement. I may pass out, but I'll do my best. Hey, don't worry, it's like in Stardew. You might pass out, but at least you did your best. Don't worry. I know that the wifey's just trying to do his best. Still don't know how I want to do this. It's like I'm playing D&D. How do you want to do this? I don't know. Yeah, that's what I did. Okay. I'm trying to keep the shape. I just found a new song. I'm glad that you found some new music. I've been listening to a little too much funk, I think. I don't know. I've been like hopping around with funk music recently. I think funk music just like tickles a part of my brain, and I just am like, yeah. The same tomorrow, Brockford. Oh my gosh. You know, sometimes you just you just find a song and you just gotta like listen to it over and over and over again because it's just that good. It is what it is. I'm like trying to figure out kind of what I want. I don't know what to do. What do I do for his bottoms? I don't know. I have zero clue. I know, like, kind of the rest of the bottoms to be... I'm gonna kind of redraw this a little bit better.
For his bottoms have his bottom be his pants, they're a bottom so it's okay.
You don't know that. I would say please do not do that, Mellow. No. You can do the math without having to actually, do that. I take nap. Go take nap. I kind of want to resketch this. There we go. There we go. Oh, actually, if anyone has been looking at my blue sky, I've been trying to slowly post up all the characters or like post up like a lot of the art for the comic, and you will notice something if you look at this character compared to Luthador, because Luthador, this is his actual race. This is what they're supposed to look like. They're supposed to have tails, and they're also supposed to have kind of digitigrade legs like this, like starting to get more digitigrade legs. Technically they can walk with flat feet, but they mainly walk like this. They all are also underground dwellers, because I wanted to do that for funsies. There you go. Okay, I think that this is better than what I had originally. Yeah, I might change it a bit, but right now I think that this is good. But I did like the colors that came out on him. I liked all this. A lot of him is very, very, very much darker. No, he's not gonna wear this blue. I just had to put this here just in case for Twitch, you know, just make sure he's wearing bottoms, don't worry. But actually let me pull in Luthador so you can kind of see why they look so different. So let me just quickly pull him in. And this is just fun for people that do read. Luthador. Oh. Okay, let me get the display cards because you can kind of see his full stuff. This design might actually change a little bit, but so here's Luthador. let me actually, I'm gonna put him over here. So here's Luthador. Of course, size chart, you know, I just don't have him like with up to size. So these boot thingies are kind of referenced here a little bit. This is just from from him. And also he has the horns, but Luthador has no tail, and he also does not have the clawed feet as well. Now, technically, when I originally drew Luthador, I wasn't even thinking about this stuff for a lot of the character designs. So things for the comic, if you don't want to know this, just kind of chill out and whatever. So for the comic, I wasn't really thinking about very much like thinking about like quote biodiversity with a lot of the different people, and I just decided that like later on with stuff. So yeah. In Luthador's case, hold on. My mom got me chicken nuggies too, so I'm kind of snacking on them here and there. In Luthador's case, it kind of makes sense because when you read the comic, Luthador's story is that he was kind of an outcast, but now you can kind of tell why he was an outcast. Like, he looked visually very different, and when he was around, like, there wasn't many of of the Telvins, which is basically the Telvins are basically like the human race, and then all the different groups that we go to are basically all different ethnic groups. They can all basically intermix with each other, and let's just say like intermixing was not really big and still isn't very big. So he looks like as if he's like a mesh between two different ethnic groups or two different Telvins. He isn't. He's full Skiesh. This is what a Skiesh is. And yet he looks nothing like them. The only thing that he has is his skin, which they can be either this light gray or can be this dark gray. So it can go from a really pale to really dark. They do have these darker colorations. Luthador just has really dark colorations. Argalith's here, that's the character's name, does not have it as much. And I think I might change it to where he also has the coloration on his legs, but Luthador does not. So that's another difference. Actually, we even have it that the coloration on their arms tells you how old they are. So it's a visual telling of age. So Argalith is like about as old as Luthador. So Luthador and him are very close in age. It's more of a guesstimation, it's not an exact like year. So his here is like he's in his mid-20s. It could be mid-20s and 30s. So Argalith here is about there as well. I might actually pull his up a little bit more because Argalith is a little bit older than Luthador. So yeah. So fun character things, but that's what you kind of have to keep in mind a lot of the times. Also over here, Art and her are from the same ethnic group, so their ears are the same. The one thing is some characters have different ears. Some characters, depending on where they are, have different skin tones, whether it be fantastical skin tones. But one thing is all of them do have different ear shapes. I did want to keep that in mind, because they're all basically the same race. It's just they all have little physical differences for adaptability. And because it's a magical fantasy world, we can make the adaptability very, very interesting and distinct compared to different places. I like doing biology stuff. I'm just a pretty big nerd in that. Anyways, so I think their newer design is finished. Here was their original, by the way. So, this was their original like outfit. So I kind of still wanted to keep this deep V shape, but I didn't like the mesh on here. So I'm kind of getting rid of that. And I'm basically covering up their legs here. So, because they, technically in the caverns, because I did notice this, that yes, caves can sometimes get cold, but depending on where you are, you can also have warmer caves. Because these guys live underground. They live in the caverns. Basically think of, you know the, you know the depths from Legend of Zelda? Like, that is kind of main inspiration. That wasn't the main inspiration. Actually, the main inspiration came from How to Train Your Dragon. With, like, the secret world. Like, that's what the main inspiration was. And also, like, also kind of, Avatar Last Air... not Avatar. Also Avatar, the James Cameron one with all the bioluminescence at night, so that's also an inspiration. And then lastly going into the depths with but not as spooky. Okay, it's not as spooky. It might be spooky in some areas, but it's not that spooky. But it's not that spooky. But that's kind of like what I was like thinking about. I will say the horns are more for decorative purposes on them. The tail is to ensure balance when crawling around in certain areas. If they are going to be crawling around in super tight spaces, they do tuck their tail around their waist to protect it. But also during certain times, like technically they can interlock their tails so that they don't leave a person behind. So it's kind of like there's many different uses, but mostly it's for balance purposes now because they now are starting to get their digitigrade legs, so they need it for balancing. And they are one of 2 races that I have currently. No, 3 races that actually have tails. Mostly everybody else does not have a tail. So, but yeah, so fun things. But I think that's pretty much it for what I kind of wanted to get done today. Because I just kind of wanted to sketch a few things out today, just because like I've been kind of like needing to get stuff done and all of that sort of situation, and sometimes I just kind of want to draw and stuff. But you know what? I do need to work on I don't think it's much spoilers for the comic. So you know what? We're gonna also kind of plan out so for each release of the comic, what I kind of started to try and do is also release like an illustration with each one that is basically supposed to kind of be like a cover art. Because I've noticed in a lot of like mangas and stuff that sometimes each chapter has like its own like little cover art picture, and I kind of really like that, and so I kind of wanted to do the same thing. So we're gonna kind of make a illustration cover picture as well. So let me say new. Also, the other thing is there's like a person that was talking about when you're making like a comic, you need to have, you need to look at it in inches and then do double that for when you want to print it. And I was like, oh no, I want to print this comic at one point. Do I have the dimensions for it? And I looked, I'm like, oh my gosh, I automatically already doubled it. Good on me. Good me. Because I basically took like a comic like drawing like canvas already, and then I just doubled that just in case. And the reason why you double a lot of stuff is so that then when it like goes down or goes into print, like it's at least, you have your high quality res image, right? And then when it gets smaller, it's okay because you're not losing anything. But if you make it bigger, then you might lose a lot of that's why a lot of stuff, if it's really small, when you import it into like an image area and then you increase the size of it, it looks all pixelated. But if you shrink it down, it's fine. If you bring in a large image and shrink it down, it's fine. So this is actually the dimensions that I use for the comic as well, so I'm gonna just use that. But let us get... Oh, I was like, what is that? I gotta start adding some of the other... So I have a bunch of 3D models here that I use, and I gotta start adding the pictures of all the characters to this so that then I know who's who. So I don't have to go, wait, what's the name? I can just look at the image and be like, yep, that's the character I need. Boop. I think that that's going to be more useful, especially when we start getting to side characters. I have been thinking of like what to do for background characters, like actual background characters. And I'm like, ooh, what am I going to do with actual background characters? So they're either going to be a black silhouette or they're going to be like black colors. I might just do like blocks of black colors. Not like actual, like they're just a flat color, like a silhouette but flat colors. No, I'm like gonna probably like do a little bit more and like color them a little bit so they actually look like a character, but they're in the background. because I might be able to give myself time to do that. Depends how I want to do stuff. But let's do this, and then but before I kind of do that, I actually want to lay out the idea. So I had this idea in my mind, so I'm gonna sketch that out and then find a pose that's gonna be close enough to kind of how I want it to be. I might have to change some stuff. We'll just kind of sketch this because this is something I also kind of have been putting off for chapter 4 that I kind of just want to have done. And also it's just a nice little illustration picture for you guys to enjoy. And maybe for like the Patreon and stuff, I might like have it be a downloadable thing or something. Which, by the way, yes, we do have a Patreon for stuff. I have been unfortunately neglecting it, but there's really nobody in there. But when there are going to be people in there, I'm going to try and hold myself accountable to at least just post once a week in there or something like that. I do have stuff in there currently, so if there's anybody that does sign up, don't worry, you're not missing out on anything. But if you do want any comic updates, I do have in the Discord channel, you can be able to get up to date. Like currently I'm holding myself accountable for doing once a month updates, where I just kind of update you guys on what has been done and what's gotten done. So at the end of November, beginning of December, you're gonna get an update. So that's just something easy. I'm not gonna post up pictures, anything that has to do with like pictures or images and things like that. That's on Patreon only currently, just because I think sometimes it's nice to just have a place to put it. This is an early place, the echo chamber of nothingness, so I can just put it up there and be like, okay, see, I did this thing, look at that thing. I did good. So there is a I think I wanted to increase this. Okay, this is like an idea I've had for a while. Oh, look at that comic. Yeah, I think we're gonna do this side. Kind of something like that, but we might sketch it out differently. This is actually a style I've kind of wanted to do for a while, so I kind of want to see how it works. But it is referencing a lot of stuff within chapter 4 of the comic, so yeah. Or at least it's referencing where we're gonna be, because we're getting to go to a new place with it. There's a lot of traveling that does get done throughout the comic, so I will say this much: I'm not a great environmental artist to build really fantastical worlds. I hope like at one point I'll get to there, but right now I am not good at it, so I'm not gonna attempt it. Oh. This kind of works. But for those that want a refresher of the comic, and where we kind of left off is we kind of left off with Art and Luthador finally kind of becoming friends in a way, and now they both touch the orb. That sounds really weird, but there's like this magical orb thingy, and they both touch it at the same time, and for some reason it poofs, and that's kind of where we left off. It was a very good cliffhanger, because it's kind of like, okay, what happens next? You can't just leave me here. But if you do want to catch up on the comic, the first 4 chapters, well, it's the first 3 chapters plus a prologue. Do not discount the prologue, and I will continuously say that. And now, what I have to do is actually duplicate this. And we're gonna be getting a character who a lot of people have been waiting on, which is finally Daddy Art. The problem is the height difference on here, and I kind of need it to kind of match a little, so we're going to kind of bring it down a little bit. It's not correct, but don't worry, we're cheating it. Sometimes you just gotta cheat stuff, okay? So there is something I am going to do, which is going to be a little bit interesting, but it'll work. So what I'm gonna do is take parts of this. So I'm gonna do this on another layer. And I'm going to just fill this with a color. I might add more, so that's why I wanted to just fill it with a color. But wherever this color is gonna be daddy art or male art. It's technically not male art because in the comic it's different. They're a different character completely, but they're gonna be separated up. So what I'm gonna do is kind of do this. And then what I could do is actually go in here and say that I want to make this I don't want to make him like, oh no, don't do that. But I can make it like break apart more. So, but for right now, what I'm gonna do, and then do, right. So then they can kind of have their own areas. I just realized how long have I had this jar on? I don't think I need to have that on any longer. Oh no, that was a spicy one. I ate a spicy nug. Oh god. It's so spicy. Good thing I had a Frosty here to help cool it off. Oh my gosh. I'm not terrible when it comes to spice. But I don't know what Wendy's puts in their spicy nuggets, because oh my goodness, no matter when I eat it, it is like a terrible numbing spice. And it kicks you really hard in the butt. I'm like, what are you putting in here? There's another, like, there's another chicken shop that I know that sells like ghost pepper hot chicken. And if we get up to 500 followers on Twitch, I will eat ghost pepper hot chicken. That particular ghost pepper hot chicken on stream. My body might hate me, but it's okay. I didn't even know that I ate a spicy one until the spice hit. Oh, excuse me. Mm-hmm. Oh, another ad is gonna come up in a minute. But if I'm not talking, I'm like super focusing because I'm like, I really just want to make this this chapter kind of like, I don't know. Sometimes when I'm like really focused in, it just kind of. But I mean, that's kind of the point of an art stream. I've seen like so many content creators talk about like how you're supposed to be talking all the damn time when it comes to streaming, and I'm like, no, sometimes you can just chill, and especially for art streams, just kind of chill there. We're just chilling. Depending on things, I might work. Now, I have been feeling so sick because of the weather, but it is more of because of the cold weather than it is anything, and it just happens. It just happens. But I've just been having a lot of huge coughing fits, and I think that's brought my energy down like somewhat, but also just like in general, I'm just pretty calm. I think I've just like kind of just chilled out. I feel like a lot of content creators, once they get up to like a certain point, they just kind of mellow out a little bit. I'm gonna make like the full art of both male art here. I say that this is male art, but in the comic I am gonna have it changed from daddy art on the channel redeem to Siren, because that's his actual name. What you don't know that in the comic, but shh, that's a spoiler I gave you early. I messed up, so you know what? There you go. You get that early. See, if you come to the streams, I might mess up and I might give shit away. Or you can watch the YouTube recording, and then I will also definitely give it away too. So congratulations, YouTube. Now you know this too. The thing I'm watching is slowly coming to an end, so well, not really watching, more just listening to. I usually listen to like other stuff. I highly doubt that they're still streaming at this point. Wait, what? No way. No way he's still streaming. What? Oh my goodness. How long has my Oshi been freaking streaming? It must be hours at this point. Yeah, he started 7 hours ago. What? Bro. I don't know how I can stream for 7 hours. Oh my gosh. I say as I'm gonna stream 6 hours on Sunday. I'm planning on streaming 6 hours on Sunday. I don't know if we'll go to 6 hours because I start at 3 p.m. So 6 hours is like pretty late into the night. So that's why I say 6 hours maybe. Maybe we'll go like 4 or 5. I don't think I can go 6. Well, at least I have somebody to watch in the background. I'm just gonna watch Lucian Lunaris in the background while we draw. My Oshi. Actually, he's the only person that I call my Oshi. I wouldn't say that he's my Oshi. Like, I think it's just like, I like him as a content creator. I love his model. I literally just... most of the streams is me just gawking at his model just to try and gain the information of how did his rigger do this so I can do that better. that's mostly me and his watching his streams. Oh. Oh. Honestly, I just love... I think like all of the Avalon boys is like the only thing that I like. I don't know. For once in my life, I actually like found corporate VTubers I like. I'm not really big into a lot of like VTubers, honestly. I mean, like, I watch my friends, but when I like really started streaming, I didn't really watch VTubers, even though that I basically started as a 3D model, a Vroid model. I didn't really start doing VTubing or really know what the world of VTubing was. And now I'm like probably fully inept in it now, and I knew about corporate VTubers, but there weren't really any corporations that I really liked when it came to corporate. I mean, like, you know, people in Hololive I thought were pretty cool. I never really had anyone that I really liked in Niji Sanji. I just didn't really watch Niji Sanji, honestly. Idol, the only reason I knew even about Idol is because of Ren Penrose. That's like the only reason I knew about Idol. So I only knew Idol from her. And then I'm trying to like remember the rest. And then and then like I kind of stumbled across Avalum because I was kind of like watching some like VTubers, I guess, and I kind of like was rummaging around on YouTube and I kind of found him by happenstance. I think I either found him on Twitter or I found him just through happenstance. And I was like, oh, this guy seems pretty cool. And then I kind of like went down the rabbit hole of them, but I haven't really found anyone else that I really any kind of other corporations that I really like. I think it's just because like I think with a lot of bigger VTubers, it's just like kind of, I don't know, somewhat imposing in a way. Not imposing, but I feel like, you know, you need to like be with them early on. I will say this much, I do love Fuamoko, but I just like watching their clips. I don't watch their streams. I think it's just very much like, I think it's, who was it that came in and said it? I think it was like Jan that had came in and said it, and they said like, that, you know, just kind of shop around and you have to like find the right vibes. And I think it's just like, I kind of found the right vibes solution. Okay, the first streams I ever watched with him was like, was like, he was doing, organizing cats neatly. But the cool thing is that he's like, most of Avalum is just like, they're just giant nerds. Just big nerds. And I'm like, you know what? Cool. Because right now I'm literally listening to most of Avalum doing a collab right now, and they're doing a collab of I'm not even joking. Soulbound Diamond, I think they're doing a Nuzlocke perhaps. Diamond, Shining Diamond and Pearl, and they're doing, shiny hunting right now. So I guess they completed it, but they were, you know, they were all soulbound, and they're now just kind of mucking around, doing whatever. Honestly, like, most of them are pretty calm and pretty chill. I feel like the only one that's like, so if you want like a person that's like really crazy energy, I think like Gale Galleon definitely, and I need to watch Gale Galleon's Stardew streams. He does Stardew! Bro, I was like, oh, this man does Stardew! Yes! Finally! And then, I think Roscoe is like, I like how Roscoe is basically, they kind of bully him, but like it's a funny bully. Like, you know, he's like, oh, okay, yeah, I understand. Like, but yeah, Roscoe is kind of also a little bit, I would say all of them have some crazy energy here and there, but they're mostly pretty calm, like pretty chill vibes most of the time. Except when they're like really hyper about stuff, you know. Which I'm just like, yes, that is how I am. Honestly, I feel like, you know, watching Lucian just kind of like made me realize like, hey, I don't have to be like putting on a persona of being like really extremely hyper all the time. I can just be chill and do what I need to do, and that's fine, and that's cool. And I've noticed that since I've started doing that, like, more people are sticking around more. I think that's cool. I will say, if you do want me in hyperreactive stuff, or like to be super hyper like I used to, when we play Monster Hunter, when we start playing Monster Hunter Wilds, things are gonna get crazy. Because I'm crazy, and that game, anything with Monster Hunter just makes me crazy. It's not the rats that made me crazy, it's Monster Hunter that made me crazy. Why do you look so good? I mean, it looks good in the comic too, but I will say this much. Sometimes I have to kind of speed up some stuff, so there might be some stuff that looks a little weird, but I do my best with what I can do. It doesn't need to be 100% like a lot of my illustration work, because at the end of the day, I can spend a long time on my illustration work. But on a comic, it's like, you kind of gotta speed it up and get it done. I'm not saying that it's gonna be poor quality, I'd never do that. The minute that stuff starts looking poor quality is the minute I go, hey, I need to take a step back. And that's what I was kind of feeling like with each of them. I was like, I kind of need to take a step back and just kind of like think and give myself time in between each comic to get something to you guys that's really good. I'm so happy that I found some of these shortcuts on my keyboard, because honestly, my drawing tablet does have like little buttons on it, but the thing is that the buttons kind of don't work. So how the buttons work on the side of my drawing tablet is that you have to I'm trying to remember. You have to have your pen held like high above the drawing tablet, and then you have to press the button, and then you draw. So I'm like, if I'm swapping between like erasing and drawing like really quickly, because it also has a Control Z on here. And so if I'm drawing and then I Control Z, well, it's not going to work because my drawing pen is too close. I need to have it higher above to where it's not registering in order to... And I'm like, why? Why? Who did that? Who made it like that? Oh, excuse me. There we go. Oh no. I like sometimes completely forget how to do wings. Let me just do this on a different layer just in case. So then I can erase it without erasing what I've already done. So his wings are like here. Alright. And then duplicate that. Perfect. And then, if we take all of this, so we're gonna, okay, it's gonna get a little bit weird here. We're gonna turn this on. This, I'm actually gonna change to a lighter color. Ooh, no, not an erase. Why is this on erase? Just so I can kind of, okay, kind of see the wings over here. Kind of gonna see the horn. I think that this little shard area needs to be bigger. So that's what we're gonna kind of do. Oh, I see. Okay. So that's actually the line for the wing. That's not what I want. That's kind of what I wanted, is to show kind of the horn off a little bit. That's not what I wanted. Yeah. There we go. I wish that you can like just control Z. And then I want to actually, oh my gosh. Take this. There we go. That's what I needed. Okay. And then I kind of like that there is this like distortion. It looks like it's a distortion that's happening, but it's not really a distortion. I like that. It makes it be a little bit more separated. But that is gonna be what the cover, kind of quote, cover art for chapter 4 is gonna be. But honestly, this is just like a really cool illustration. And the cool thing is it's technically 2 illustrations in one. And what I could do is literally take Siren's. Ooh, I might actually make this into 3 different pictures that I might upload. Hey, sometimes work harder, not smarter. Oh, well, it is going to be working harder and not smarter because I want to make this into 3 different ones. Because if I make them into separate, and then I can bring them in as images, and then I can go and do any effects that I want to over top of them. It actually might be a smarter idea to make them into 2 different images. Well, it depends what I want to do. But I kind of also like the full of the what I have for Siren here in the reflection. And then what I have for art here. This is actually something I wanted to do, like this kind of style for a while. Or at least like an interesting composition like this. So we'll see how well I pull it off. I'm expecting it to not go well, and then for it to then turn out amazing. That's what I always do for myself, because it's better for me to go, oh, well, I don't expect very much, and then I do something amazing. So let me just save this. I was gonna put it in comics here, but I think I'm gonna make it just under art because this is just like an art piece. That's a way to promote the comic, but also it's just a really cool picture. um well, where did I put the other ones? I guess I put it under like lore here, didn't I? Ah, this is where I put it. Okay, I see, I see. Well, I'm not gonna put it there. I place my stuff like everywhere. Oh okay. That is my alarm telling me, hey, it is time to end stream. I try and do like about 3 hours because once I start going over that, one, it does it does cause me a lot of taxing, but also too because I probably shouldn't be like sitting here for an extraneous amount of time as well. And also you all probably want to go and watch like your other lovable content creators as well. And again, I'm gonna be streaming really long on my birthday anyways. And I might stream long tomorrow because it is a Stardew stream. I really don't have anything planned for that Stardew stream, to be honest. So there we go. So we got another character sketch done. We got basically, so we got 2 character sketches kind of done. This one is just more of I wanted to redo it. I don't know how I feel. I will say her jacket is only going to be temporary and then she's going to take it off for the rest of the time being. And then we have the cover art for chapter 4. I don't think I can do the cover art for chapter 5. Well, the other thing is I like doing the cover art after I've done the chapter because then I have like a better understanding of kind of what goes on in the chapter and what is the best way to represent it. So yeah. But also, I don't want to give away too much with cover art stuff. And even if this is cover art, at the end of the day, it's just a really unique illustration. And I've kind of been wanting to do this style or like this kind of like way of going about it for a while. So we're just gonna see how it ends up going and go from there. So yeah. I'm glad that I kind of did this and not like anything else. We might work on the cover art, more of this cover art next time. It depends how I feel, because sometimes I do want to stream a lot of it like offline, because sometimes I feel like I can do like better work offline, you know? So we might do either more character sketches, or like other character art, or like sketching stuff of different things that I kind of want to do. So yeah. And without any further ado, let me just do this, and let me go here, and then I will find somebody for us to raid. There we go. Let me just do this. And then, you know, I'm like debating of if I should. I might save these out tomorrow, like, and then post them up. Just do that. I'm just, just put some things aside because I don't really know if I'm gonna be drawing tomorrow. I think I might try and take it a little bit easy. I try and make it that my weekends, the only thing that I work on is anything to do with like streaming stuff or other content creation things. So, and then I can just like do the rest of the day if I want to. But let me see who we can raid. Oh, I see. They're trying to beat me 4 right now. Wait. Wait a minute. Who right now? Oh, what do you mean there's fast food simulator? Yo. Oh. Okay, so I see what you're playing. Alright. I see. You know what? I know that I raid this person a lot, but okay, let me I'm getting a few people that we can raid up, and then I will decide. Oh, maybe I should put that tag on my stuff. Lurker friendly. Oh, they're fighting a boss right now. That'd be so terrible to be raiding in while they're fighting a boss. That'd be a terrible, terrible idea. Oh, this is what it is. Oh, okay. You know what? I do think they stream tomorrow. This person streams tomorrow, so maybe we'll raid them tomorrow. That's my plan. The great thing about me streaming later is there's a lot of people who I'm not normally able to raid because they usually stream really late. And now I'm able to actually raid them and interact with them after stream. So it's really nice to be streaming later. I was even thinking about on Fridays actually streaming, instead of starting stream at 3 p.m., starting at 5 p.m. and then we go to like 5, like to 8 or something. I like how I'm now just watching them instead of actually preparing to raid them. So let me... It looks like they're starting the second phase of the boss fight, so... Let me get their raid message going, and then let me get the slash raid. I could spell their name, but it's easier to just copy and paste. Because then you make sure you get the right person. So let me just get the raid going. Oh. But I do want to thank you guys all for joining in here. For the sketching. I kind of have started to like doing this, like just sketching and stuff. I don't know if we'll like do full work projects or something. Maybe like, you know, working on the cover art or something like that we'll do here and there. But yeah. But I think we're going to be jumping on over into their stream. So I do want to say thank you all for watching and joining this. I've been really like doing these sketch with me's as we just kind of sketch and talk about just random stuff. I also tried the Krabby Patty from from Wendy's, and that stuff was just a regular burger. So there is that. And I'm probably going to finish the rest of this and probably chill out the rest of the day. So I do hope that you guys have a good rest of your day or morning or wherever it is where you are. And as I always say, may the winds guide you until next time. Goodbye, everybody.